I don't buy new cars, I don't buy brand names. I go to Goodwill for my clothes. I like to save money, I like to find bargains. It's the life I chose. I throw nothing away, I'll find a use another day for all this junk I keep. My neighbors all hate me, they abuse and berate me, 'cause I like doing it cheap. Yeah, I like doing it cheap. Welcome to another episode of Doing It Cheap. Dang, it's cold. I want to thank all you all out there that been concerned about why I ain't had no videos on. You ever had one of them days? God, mine's lasted about a week. They don't seem like nothing's going right. I will tell you that I still haven't had a cigarette. Had some cravings, but I ain't had no cigarette. So I'm real proud about that. 2 more days will be 3 weeks. Have had some cravings though, because I've been spending a little bit of time away from the house and away from my ability to eat a little something every hour on the hour. So I have been able to determine that my combination of my diet with trying to quit smoking, I've noticed that does help with the stop smoking. I ain't been doing too good on my diet. I've been stumbling. I'm still around 280. I started out at 290. I got down 277. Right now I'm at 280. But I'm not going to beat myself up over it because I'm not smoking. And I think that that's real important. But hopefully, now that I'm back at the house, things ought to be leveling on out. And hopefully a few more pounds come off. We'll find out Monday when I check in. And because the weather's been so nasty, I thought I would just show y'all a little something, just a little helpful information, some joinery and carpentry that I do. I got the idea from the mobile home business years ago. What they would do, well, I guess they still do it now. They use 2x4s instead of 2x3s. But if you looked at a mobile home that had metal siding on it, around the side they put in what's called a belt rail. They notched into the wall stud so they'd have a strip of wood going across, and that's what they could shoot screws into. Well, anyway, I come up with the idea that when I put metal on a roof, like, let me see here. Let me see if I can get this right. You see that metal on that roof up there? Well, my 2x4s running across my rafters are actually, the rafters are notched to accept those 2x4s to where they are actually level with the top of the rafters. I'm trying to hold this without shaking. So when you look across there, the wood is all on one plane. So when I went up there to lay that metal on, there was no 2x4 sticking up above. Let me show you on this little roof right here what I mean. See if I can hold this right. See here? I actually notch out my rafters. And by doing that, you talk about making a roof strong. This ties it all together. So I do that 2 foot on center. And the way I do it is I take all my rafters and I set them up on edge on a sawhorse. And I mark out where them 2x4 is supposed to go. I tie all them rafters together. And then I run a skill saw right across the top with a blade set 1.5 inches down. And I actually make a series of cuts and make that notch. So
whenever you finally put this all together, it forces the roof to be square. Now, I don't mean a perfect square, I mean a perfect rectangle. If you're a carpenter, you know what I mean by being square. But by doing it that way, these 2x4s running across force all your rafters to the fronts of them, up at the peak, they're all even. Down at the tail, the drip edge, they're all even. And then when you go to lay that metal up there, it has to work. So that's just a little helpful hint from PawPaw today. I'll have some more videos coming up real quick. Just wanted to touch base with you, let you know I was still alive, and I really appreciate all of you that was concerned because you hadn't heard from me. I've just had one of them dadgum days. I've been trying to send Idaho Hillbilly some cedar wood, and I can't get it to him. I've been trying to send Kyle his t-shirt he wants. Let me get out, son. I've been trying to send Kyle his t-shirt that he won, you know, from my drawing for 500 subscribers. My printer, I've been having trouble. I can't print my dadgum shipping labels. It just seems like it's one thing after another. My water froze this morning. Sitting around here without water. Finally, it thawed out. It's just been one of them days, people. I'm telling you, one of them days that's lasted about a week. So anyway, oh yeah, y'all wish me the best, will you? Have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye.